Aloha, my beautiful souls. I'm Love Goddess, your spiritual advisor, healer, and shaman, and I'm here with a very special love reading, a very interesting love reading for April 17th, 2020. So I'm going to be diving deep into the energies surrounding our love lives. And you guys, it's going to be juicy because today we pulled the Lovers card. Now, what's also interesting about that is Venus is currently in Gemini, so love is definitely in the air and it's definitely trying to tell us something, so make sure you pay attention to that. So I'm about to go ahead and jump into the cards and see what's love got to do with it. But before I do that, let's go ahead and call upon some help. I call upon earth, air, fire, water, spirit, and ether. I call upon my spirit guides, my angels, my ancestors, my way-showers. I call upon the Most High within me, the Most High within you, Sahu. I also want to pay homage to Papa Legba, who grants me access into those spiritual realms surrounding our love. Ooh, this is about to get deep. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Yeah, this is about to be an interesting reading because when I was trying to do it, they was like, wait, you got to get this. Wait, you got to get this. They was pretty much telling me that I wasn't prepared. So I'm like, oh shit, but that's not my first time getting that message. So while we are manifesting love, make sure we are prepared to receive it. So I'm excited. Off the back, temperance. We're talking about balance. We're talking about that alchemy too, though. We are definitely talking about fire. So that's that Sagittarius energy. That temperance is also about patience, though. It's about, sometimes you don't get it right on the first try. Sometimes you got to get in the lab and you got to mix things up. And see, she's still at the bottom and I shuffled her. Sometimes you got to get in the lab and you have to mix things up. You have to get things right. Sometimes it's not the right time. Now, this is also talking about reconciliation. This is why I'm speaking on that. So for a lot of you guys, you might be reconciling with an old boo. Like I said, at first, when y'all tested the waters, it wasn't right. But something about it now, it's like now y'all figured it out. Y'all figured it out, or y'all are figuring it out. Figuring out how to make it work. Yeah, definitely. With this Hierophant card coming, this is talking about that commitment. But this is also talking about, this Hierophant is talking about a lot of different things, because with this Hierophant card, and especially with you having 5, ooh, be careful, especially you having 5, that's representing that change. So a lot of times when we're going through different changes, we have to weigh out our values and our beliefs. So this Hierophant is dealing with our values and our beliefs. What do you believe? What are your values? How do you feel about love? How do you feel about marriage? Are y'all even on the same page when it comes to marriage? Do y'all want the same things? So it definitely feels like you guys are getting prepared for taking things to a whole new level. But like I said, be careful, because you have here this 7 of Swords. Now, the 7 of Swords could be somebody trying to sneak off and not, and avoid a situation, or avoid confronting a situation, or even talking about a situation. And it's like that can cause a lot of blockages. And you don't want to cause any blockages, not when you have this beautiful energy here. You definitely want to be open to receive. You want to be honest with each other. You want to communicate. And this 7 of Swords is also saying a lot of people just in their heads. A lot of people are letting their mind betray them, letting their thoughts betray them. This is someone who thinks the worst, and it's like things can be so beautiful, but they're allowing their thoughts to sabotage. Pretty much, I get sabotage all the way. But definitely be careful, because this can also be some conniving behavior, some sneaky behavior. Who knows? It could be a surprise wedding or a surprise pregnancy. I just feel like somebody tiptoeing around the situation and they trying not to get caught, or they don't. I don't know. It's a lot of different energy surrounding this, because definitely highlighting and hitting on a lot of different waves and a lot of different relationships. So for one instance, you have relationships where it's some sneakiness going on, as far as, it could be even sneakiness as far as they are married or they are in a committed relationship, and they're trying to sneak out of this relationship without getting caught. So, for one scenario, we have that, but we also have, for other scenarios, this is people trying to avoid certain conversation that they have to have, especially if this is dealing with commitment, like, hey, where are we taking things to? This could be people even avoiding the conversation, like you may have someone asking, so hey, what we doing? Like I said, for the reading this week, the title of the reading was, what's it gonna be? So somebody could have been asking, what is it gonna be? What is this relationship? Where is it going? Because they're ready to take things to a higher level. And someone could be avoiding that answer, avoiding that decision, trying to just let things occur naturally without making a decision. And there's nothing, I'm not going to say there's nothing wrong with it, but sometimes you have to just be firm in your decisions and know what it is that you want. Now, we also have a surprise, and I'm definitely seeing a surprise wedding and a surprise pregnancy. Now, this can be good and bad. I'm definitely seeing good for some, good for a nice amount of people, actually. But for some people, it's going back to this temperance card, trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to balance this into my life now? Going into, because you got to factor in a lot. Okay, marriage and baby, this is a lot. So definitely got a lot of different energies going on the board. But overall, our love life, we got the Empress on the board. She is definitely here to create. And she's definitely confirming that with this Three of Swords following behind it. This 2 3s. 3s are about creativity. 3s are about synchronicities. So with this creation, this is creating through a broken heart. This is using your broken heart. This is using your pain for monetary gain. This is why you think, come on, let's look at singers and stuff like that. They make the most money off of heartbreak songs. Even poets, even writers, they make the more off of heartbreak songs because everyone can relate. But it's about using that heartbreak, using that disappointment, using, this fuel to build and create. Now, this Empress card is also about pregnancy. So like I said, we have a lot of energy on this board, and it makes sense. We in quarantine. People fucking. Sorry to say it, but they are. So if you're not trying to get knocked up, if you don't want no uh-ohs, no surprise, no disappointments, I say wrap it up. All right, y'all. I had to put that back. Yeah, let's put that back. Here we go. Much better. What is the current energy of the divine masculine and the divine feminine? Woo! Yeah, we got some good cards. I'm finna break it down just like this. This one wants to come out, and we're gonna keep this one. Blessing in disguise. I think it was really the let your past go, not the entrepreneurship card that wanted to show. It was let your past go. Wow, so absolutely gorgeous, y'all. Let me turn it so I can see it. I'll show it to y'all in a minute. Woo! right. So, the energy of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So for the divine masculine, it's looking as if they are having the opportunity to forgive, and they're also having this opportunity to forgive themselves. That's going to be the key here. They have to forgive where they went wrong. They have to let go of those old patterns within themselves. Now they also are going to be having a new partner that come into their lives. Now this new partner, who comes into their lives? Whew. Hi, I go. I'm hearing Rihanna's song. Fuck your white horse in the carriage. Didn't they tell you I was a savage? So I feel as if this new partner is kind of a savage, and it's kind of triggering the divine masculine. Ooh. Yes, it's definitely triggering the divine masculine. It's definitely triggering the divine masculine. Okay, so this is going to be interesting, you guys. So it's like, it's bringing up a lot of old wounds. It's bringing up a lot of old scars. But see, the divine masculine, it ain't no punk though. It's about to figure shit out. Because it ain't no punk. It's about to wrap up its bandages and figure out what it is it wants and what it is that it's about to go after. Now, it also has this Hierophant card, which is why I said, it's definitely have them like, whew, because they're wanting to commit to this new partnership, but they scared. They're scared. And as far as the divine feminine, we have ask. So it's the divine feminine needs to be asking for what it is that she wants. She needs to be very clear in what it is that she wants. She needs to be asking her spirit guides, her team, her God, praying, meditating, manifesting it. But she also needs to be asking this of her partner, of her divine masculine. Whatever it is that she's wanting, she needs to be speaking. This is not the time for her to bite her tongue. A closed mouth do not get fed. She's also being reminded to let her past go. See, she has already forgiven her past. She just needs to let the shit go. Let's get some clarity on this divine feminine. Divine feminine might be expecting a baby. Yeah, divine feminine, you gotta let your past go so that you can open up and receive the beautiful blessings that are in front of you. You have this Four of Cups here. It's like you tired, you bored of the same old, you're ready for something new. Well, my beautiful soul, is here. You have to be willing to see it, and you have to be willing to accept it. Now you also have the Sun card as well as the Moon card. So at first I was like, uh-oh, you might have a little uh-oh. But with this Moon card, this is you finding your balance within yourself. So you are definitely ready for love. This is absolutely beautiful. This is you balancing out your masculine and your feminine energies. Now, with this Four of Cups, this is about you having to realize that you're ready. That it's your turn now. That this is the one now. Ooh, you gotta let your past go. All right. So we have the Nine of Swords. So this is the energy that's crowning both of them. They also have blessing in disguise. So at the end of the day, everything that they have going on is a blessing in disguise to bring them the highest amount of joy, love, and bliss. Now, right now, they're a little anxious. They're very anxious, matter of fact, because they feel as if it's too many choices, and they feel as if the choices are not clear. They feel as if the signs are not clear. They feel as if they don't know what it is they truly want. They don't know what it is they're supposed to be going after, or what it is they need to choose. But we also have here this Queen of Wands, which is talking about that passion, which is talking about following that passion, having confidence in your decisions. This is about choosing from your heart. This is about choosing love. Aww. What message do you have for the divine masculine? Okay, for the divine masculine, we have being in discomfort, and you have time of fallow. So this is you being uncomfortable because you're growing, because you're changing, and you're going to have to be uncomfortable. This is about you understanding that when you're uncomfortable, you know, you're in the process of creation. Beautiful. What message do you have for the divine feminine? Absolutely beautiful, my divine feminines. You have uniquely myself, as well as power of my voice. This is definitely about you speaking your truth. This is definitely about you being you and not being afraid of that. This is not you changing who you are to fit someone else's desires. This is about you being you and you honoring you, you being true to who you are, speaking your truth and setting your boundaries. Absolutely beautiful. What is the energy surrounding the divine masculine and the divine feminine? Quiet, nourish me. So, oh, you have another one too. I embrace my body. So this, to me, is beautiful. Because it's like, okay, you have the divine masculine, and then you have the divine feminine, but then you have the divine union. So with this, I embrace my body. This is embracing the divine union. This is making sure that the divine union is taken care of. Understanding what the divine union needs, being aware of what the divine union needs, and receptive to what the divine union needs. And this is also about having that solitude within your divine union, because immediately underneath that you have enlightenment. So this is probably most definitely the divine masculine and the divine feminine coming together and pretty much meditating so that they can become one, so that they can get higher levels of enlightenment, which will grant them so much clarity. But I know with every situation is different. You know, the divine masculine and the divine feminine are not together in all scenarios and in all cases. But this is about you still going within yourself, that divine masculine within yourself and that divine feminine within yourself, and you balancing them both out. You going within, getting them still, embracing them as a unit, as one. It's going to be so beautiful. How can the divine masculine heal? Stop being scared. You got fearlessness, and you also have a liberation. So most definitely breaking free from your fears, breaking free from confinements too, because this Hierophant is about confinements as well, old beliefs. You know, you have to break free, divine masculine. It's time for you to let go of your old way of thinking, let go of your old way of being. It's time for you to forgive, too. Because little do you know, you holding on to all of that pain, all of that hurt, those are chains. Those are creating chains around you, preventing you from love, preventing you from really fully growing. And the pains and the discomforts that you're feeling now, those are healing pains. Those are growing pains. You are blossoming, transforming. Absolutely beautiful. How can the divine feminine heal? Inner witness. Definitely taking time to go within self, taking time to understand self. You also have unconditional love. So definitely, no matter what, love yourself for who you are, your uniqueness. They're not flaws, they're your uniqueness. But definitely taking time to reflect about yourself, studying yourself, so that you can have that perfect balance within you. And look, you have 3-3 again. How can the union heal? Oh, the divine union got 2 cards. You got nourished. So it's funny how you guys got nourished twice. You got the quiet nourishment here, and then you have nourishment here. So it's about what you're putting into this union, which is also why you have this flower that's trying to blossom. This body. You have to understand, this is a seed that you planted, that you guys both planted. You guys both wanted love. The divine masculine wanted love. The divine feminine wanted love. Okay, so y'all both manifesting love. Now what are you going to do to this union? You have to continue to nourish it. You have to continue to embrace it. You have to be receptive to its needs. What does your union need? What is your union lacking? Because it's like you guys are not sure. It's a lot of, let's just see. Yeah. You got transformation and radiant light. So this is definitely dealing with that solar plexus of the relationship. Which really is the power of the relationship. Which is why you got this Queen of Wands card, which deals with confidence, really. This is that fire, that passion. This is also that clarity, though. So your relationship, the union needs to completely transform and understand just how radiant it is and just how vibrant it is. Especially when you guys come together and get on the same court and nourish it with everything that it needs. Just truly think about it. You guys have already planted the seeds, right? They're telling you to nourish it, right? They're telling you to give it some sun, because that's what the solar plexus is. They're telling you to give it some sun. That's what's going to happen next. You're going to bloom. That's what's going to happen next. Let's see what's going to happen next. What's going to happen next? Kill me now. I want to read the bottom of the card because y'all over here plain pimping. Okay, so the bottom of the deck we have the Yin Empress. The Yin Empress brings peace, prosperity, and success to her beloved devotees. Your sole purpose includes healing and empowerment of the divine feminine. The Yin Empress herself. You gain power assistance and untold blessings in following your sole purpose. You are lifted and supported in your sacred work. Now be at peace, you shall thrive. So it feels, you have to understand, this is the divine masculine and the divine feminine soul purpose to come together. I'm not talking your average boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. I'm talking divine masculine and divine feminine. You know, it's your sole purpose to come together. And you have help. You've gaining power. You have to allow this union to transform. You have to nourish this union with what it needs so that it can transform, so that it can do what it's supposed to do, so it can complete its sole purpose, so that you guys can come together. It's a blessing in disguise. It's a blessing in disguise. Now, what's interesting is, this is what's creating the shining lotus. There are times when it makes sense to be discreet until you find your inner strength, so that you feel empowered enough to share your thoughts, feelings, beliefs without wavering, even in the face of challenge. At other times, we are ready to take a risk and allow the inner lotus blossoms of our true selves to shine forth for all to behold. I don't know why I just feel like yelling at the divine masculine, but I just felt like yelling at the divine masculine, like, yo, come on, because it's time to shine. It's time for the divine masculine and the divine feminine to come together and shine. Like, this is why you have these two cards, which is talking about shine. This is your power. Do you not understand the power that's going to come when the divine masculine and the divine feminine come together? They're not going to like it. Because it's going to be healing. Because it's transforming. This is absolutely beautiful, y'all. We still making progress. We are still making progress. But hey, we're on the way. I'm sending you lots of love and healing energy. And I will see you at the top. Bye.